Hello to all of you. I hope you are all doing well. I want to talk about what's the new normal nowadays, after the coronavirus hit almost everywhere in the world. We we changes from going to work to working from home, you know? And then also the physical distancing. We always like getting conscious every time we're outside to think about not being so close to other people. And we also, the new normal is also, now we're always thinking about when we go to the bus or when we open the train, we don't use our hands anymore. In Denmark, there's some signs that you have to use your elbow instead of your hands, because we have to be careful of what we touch. So it's very unstable as to what's going to happen in our world. In Denmark, we are opening the malls nowadays. They just recently opened the malls, but they made an exception that, for example, if the capacity of a restaurant is 50, they only have to accommodate half of the capacity to still practice the physical distancing. And I think it really helps a lot as long as you practice those like physical distancing and always have a good hand hygiene, always wash your hands or use hand sanitizer. I think it's possible for virus not to grow and spread some more, because that's what we're doing in Denmark. And luckily people here are very cautious and they're really following in general. Of course there's some who still don't follow, like gather close to each other. But if your family, it's okay as long as there's no symptoms. And if you have symptoms, make sure that you have to go and have yourself tested. So in the hospitals here, they're also doing the test. So those who have symptoms, go to hospitals and have yourself tested so you don't spread the virus. And luckily in Denmark, we don't our the virus infected people is not growing. So that's why we are lucky that now we are little by little going back to normal. But for example, in the office, we have a capacity of it should be half. Like for example, if in your office you have 20 people, 10, actually it should be under 10 that should meet up. So what the companies are doing, they're like scheduling, switching people. Like okay, this day MWF you will be in the office, and then the other days you'll work from home. I think it's very smart, so that we could still continue working, we could still continue earning, and we are still thinking about the virus. It's always at the back of our head that we have to be careful not to get infected, not to get the virus. So the school or the kids kindergarten and schools, they're also open, but as I said, they also practice physical distancing. They're 2 meters apart from their classmates. And in a kindergarten, there's like a specific time where you will pick up and you're not allowed to get in. You'll just wait for your kid outside, and they always use the hand sanitizer. And then when you drop your kid, you also have to wait outside. Don't touch the doors in the kindergarten. In that way, we could still go back to the normal life like we used to. But I think the normal life is not, this is the normal now. This is the new normal, where we have to accept and live thinking about how to prevent this virus not to spread and not to get infected. I know in other parts of the world, they're still very strict and they're still having lockdown at the moment, because it depends on the number of the infected people. If they're growing, then the lockdown really, it's a must. But if they flatten the curve, as they say, then it's okay to open up little by little. So all of you, always be careful not to get sick. If you feel like you're have the symptoms, have yourself tested. Always do the hand washing, always do the physical distancing. It's okay, they will not get offended. They will understand that it is because of the virus, you know? So be cautious and be safe out there. Bye.